welcome to L10. I'm Fiona Panto, and for our last episode of this school year, we have a number of great segments lined up for you. But first, some headlines. Congratulations to the 2020-2021 head ropes course instructors, Arata Fuji, Caroline Foster, Harrison Abramovich, and Owen Donaire, and to all the new RCIs. Lawrenceville RCIs play an important role in welcoming new members to our community and helping during nighttime climbs. Over the course of 4 days, Lawrenceville held its first ever virtual Big Red Race. The 17th annual Big Red Race raises money for SCAMP, the school's summer camp for local disadvantaged kids. Over 500 runners participated in the event globally. On a more serious tone, L10 News reached out to some diverse members of our community to reflect and describe their perspectives of the current unrest in the United States. Join us as senior news producer Caroline Bednar and executive director Brian Tan interview some student leaders about their stories.
Because we're not together as a community, our experience and understanding of current events is very distorted. I mean, someone living in a suburb in Princeton, New Jersey is not going to have as in-depth of an understanding as what's going on as someone who lives in an inner city who's at the center of these riots. And I was really scared that the faculty, the administration, many of the students weren't understanding the impact this was having.
These recent incidents have given the movement more power. I've seen more allies get involved than I've ever seen in my life.
This is affecting all of us. We're all members of the Black community. We're all scared at, the prevalent racism that we're seeing, in the media and in real life that is not going away and has been here for centuries.
This involves everybody who feels like they haven't had the platform to speak up.
Although Black people have been fighting for their rights, people thought it was okay to just not be racist. And now we're talking about how it's not just about not being racist, it's about being actively anti-racism.
We started really talking about action steps, and not just talking about action steps and how to be a better ally, but assessing who we are as individuals and how our reactions to what are going on are based on our different identifiers, our biases, what makes us the privileged individuals that we are.
And the burden did fall on the students of color, specifically the Black students, to bring awareness to these issues.
Social media has played a pivotal role in showing whether or not you support the movement, because we cannot see each other face to face.
It has become such a useful tool for spreading information quickly.
People are being forced to pay attention.
People taking the initiative to record these incidents and share the injustices that they experience, that really made a difference. That's what made these recent events so powerful.
I'm excited for people being more comfortable and confident in asking questions, in making themselves present in unfamiliar spaces, in owning the fact that even if they're not knowledgeable on all topics, even if something doesn't affect them, that they are willing to make themselves vulnerable if it means that they can learn more and truly grow.
The Lawrenceville community, with all this passion and drive we have right now, do not let that die down. It can be easy to be tired of talking about racism, but imagine how tired the people who are experiencing it feel. We need to keep pushing and keep working together until we have real lasting change.
Last week, the class of 2020 threw a virtual after party using a student-created application called Nexus, which won the first Shark Tank competition hosted by the Lime Club. Our senior specialty producer, Areeq Hasan, brings you this segment on the creation of the application and how it will be used in the future.
The idea actually, the spark came from Mrs. Kossoff.
After Kossoff gave us the sort of impetus to start, and I was able to get a 3D model of campus, rip it from Google Maps and put it in a game engine. And when I put a character in it and started playing around, it felt surreal. It felt like I was actually on campus. Yeah, that was sort of when we thought this could be something. And as students, we're very well aware of the fact that Zoom graduation is sort of the joke of our generation. And so since graduation is for the students, it would make sense to develop something students don't make fun of, I guess. And so our sort of thing is Nexus is for the students by the students. Like, you know, we've developed it, we've catered it to the needs of the students.
And even though we initially designed this for Lawrenceville graduation, then we thought, like, why not some other schools? And then we decided to open it to public and any kind of event. We envision it to become not only a place for like graduation events or other events, but like a place to casually meet and interact with people.
You can even imagine it sort of as like a form of social media, just like Snapchat messages, like Instagram. It's a way to talk to people and without, you know, physically being there. And that really makes it a very, you know, powerful like social medium.
The way you use it is you basically sign up through the website, and then you download the program, you like enter your information, and then that takes you to your to the location of your event. For now, we're focusing on the Lawrenceville penning ceremony. So if you like enter the game now, you're going to be spawned in the middle of the circle with all the chairs and flags and chapel.
When we finally released, it was like 3 a.m. or something, and we were like really excited. And then like all of the stuff started coming through, like there were comments and there were views. And you know, we had everything linked up. We reached out to higher ed social media. Like we got a lot of comments from like various administrators at different schools.
All of our profits go to COVID-19.
So, you know, the reason that we started doing it in the first place was because of, you know, the situation in the world. And so, you know, this was just our way of, it was just our way of giving back. Also, especially, you know, like with Lawrenceville specifically reached out to us, and like after, you know, everything that Lawrenceville has given to us, like we wanted to give something back to the school as well. High that was for me especially was when we were doing one of the demos with like a larger volume of people, like maybe 20 or 30 people. Just like, you know, talking to my friends again, and like it just seemed so real, and I was having so much fun.
Yeah, I'd like to mention one more high. It was when we added the YouTube screen.
Oh yeah, that was
so yeah, we added a feature that allows you to just copy a link from YouTube and just like start playing a video. It's as if you're in a movie theater with your friend.
One of the other like biggest highs was when we officially released. Just like seeing people respond to it was like really nice. It was a great motivating factor too.
Now with more headlines. We would like to thank 5 members of the class of 2020 for their future attendance at the United States Service Academies. Nick Clark and Ashley Warren will be attending the U.S. Naval Academy, and Brandon Agron, Jasmine Barco, and Tim Johnson will be attending West Point. Thank you for your service. One of Lawrenceville's favorite traditions in the spring is the spring dance concert. While this year SDC had to be virtual, our many student dancers show you what it means when we are all in this together. Our arts team brings you the story.
This is the 20th year for the Spring Dance Concert. This is my 15th year here at Lawrenceville, and it's been wonderful to watch the evolution of Spring Dance Concert. It has grown from a very small, intimate concert, which gave a group of dancers, and in that day, there were about 10 to 12 dancers who were part of a dance club, an opportunity to have an outlet to perform, to what you see today.
We built a good foundation before leaving for spring break. So luckily we've been able to sort of keep that going, keep the spirits up, and just have the same laughs that we had on campus, different of course, but refreshing for sure.
We still try to embrace having all of the dancers on the screen, so we got as many as we could. Every choreographer tried to rally the troops and send in videos of them dancing all together. Also, I think the length of SDC is different this year because it is only a few minutes long, but those few minutes are packed.
When you try to get 8 people to do it all together at the same time with music that's coming from one person's computer, but also people are having Wi-Fi troubles, so it's totally mixed up for everyone. That was definitely a challenge. We took a bunch of takes, and eventually we got one that shows everyone's personality, so that's all that really matters.
We thought the song We're All in This Together is perfect because we are literally all over the world. When you think about everybody from Lawrenceville, different time zones, and we really are all in this together right now, because without the dedication of every single choreographer and dancer to show up to their meeting, learn a quick dance, have fun with it, this virtual SDC wouldn't be anything.
Although it's a little bit cheesy, I will admit, it really shows how, especially when this video comes out, how the Lawrenceville community, we're all in this together. we're all here to help each other out and lift each other up, even if we're halfway across the world from each other.
That's all for this week's show and for the 2019-2020 school year. As always, we welcome your suggestions, and if you have a story to tell, please contact us by email or DM us on one of our social media platforms. From all of us here at L10, congratulations to the class of 2020, have a great summer, and see you next time.